If you have recently got a visa to Canada or you are preparing to arrive in Canada, the first question that would come to your mind is how much does it actually cost to live and how to save money and become rich in Canada. In this video, I have combined the 5 most essential tips to help you get started. Watch this video till the end and you'll know how to save, how to invest, and build a great financial future in your dream country, Canada. Hello and welcome, guys. I am Rahul and I've been in Canada for the last 4 years, and honestly, it's been an amazing journey. And I wanted to share all the awesome things that I've learned about money and investing for all you guys who are newcomers to Canada. When I first came to Canada as a student, my monthly expenses were around $2,000. This would include my rent, groceries, everything, phone included. But because of high inflation and some changes in my lifestyle, things have become a bit more expensive. Currently, I live with my partner and we together spend $3,500 a month, and our fixed expenses include $1,600 in rent, $700 in groceries, $400 for the car, that includes fuel and insurance, and $250 for utilities. This includes my Wi-Fi and phone also. The rest of the expenses are for random things like dollar store, coffee, food, and shopping. When you're in Canada, your rent will be your largest expense, and you must try to reduce it as much as you can. We are currently living in a 2-room apartment in the Midtown Toronto. This is a pretty good location, but it's not downtown Toronto. And we are paying $1,600, which is definitely on the lower end. We also got 2 months of rent free when we signed up for this apartment, so effectively our rent is only $1,420 a month. If you're coming new to Canada, I would highly advise you to either go for a co-living, so if you're a single person, find some friends and move in together in a big apartment, or if you have somebody who you're comfortable moving in, maybe your partner, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, try moving together, and that will save you a big chunk of cash. Another advice that I can share you is try to look up for sign-up bonuses in older apartment buildings, especially if you're moving to Toronto. These buildings like this one, which is like constructed in 1980s or so, usually give you around a 30-day or a 60-day free incentive if you sign a 1-year lease. And anyway, if you're going to live in Toronto, you will be required to sign a 1-year contract whether you're living in an apartment or a condo. That is the way I would say is the biggest hack to save your rent, and you should absolutely try both of those things. The second biggest expense that everybody has in mind is the car. I bought a used Nissan outright cash for only $5,000, and I got a third-party insurance which is also really cheap. Currently, I'm paying $156 a month, and since we like to go on a lot of road trips, we travel around Ontario, and fuel is kind of expensive, we are spending $250 a month. Now, if you're not a huge fan of expensive cars and you're okay buying not a new car, I would really encourage you to get a used car and start cheap. The weather in Canada is absolutely brutal in winter, and if you have to commute to your work, it will be really problematic if you're dependent on the public transport. So getting a cheap car will get you 2 different benefits. One, you will not be bound to paying a car loan or a monthly lease or something like that. You can simply buy it for cash like $4,000 or $5,000. And secondly, if you have a cheap used car, you can also get a cheap insurance on it, which is generally a third-party insurance. This insurance that I have doesn't cover all the things, okay? If I go and damage somebody else's car, it probably doesn't cover that, but it does cover all the essentials, example liability insurance and all those things, which is basically what can help you get started. In terms of a car, I would say find a car that can get you from place A to B and help you avoid this cold, harsh winter weather, and you'll be fine with it. Now, when it comes down to groceries, we prefer to shop in either Freshco or Walmart, and these are the stores that have generally lower prices. Another hack that I can tell you is using a credit card with a cashback feature. Now, normal credit cards which you get from a bank when you come as a student don't often have this. They would give you something known as scene points, and those points can only be redeemed to watch a movie or to eat food. But a cashback credit card literally gives you dollars back for every purchase you make. I currently use a Neo card, and that gives me anywhere between 1 to 3% on my groceries, around 2% on my gas, and between 5 to 8% on shopping and other stuff. So I would highly encourage you to pair your shopping of groceries with a cashback credit card, and that way you will definitely save 1 to 3% every month on your groceries, and eventually it becomes a nice $50-$60 over the end of the year. Okay, so we have covered the two major expenses. Now the third expense, and a lot of people, especially from India, have, is the moment they come here, they want to get a new latest iPhone. Now, your cell phone and your data plan are two completely different topics which themselves deserve their own video. You need to shop around. There are two good companies that I like and I can recommend, Freedom and Rogers. Both of them offer new discounts for new users, and these discounts change every single week or month. Depending on where you need it, when you need it, you need to shop around and look what fits your needs. I'm a person who's normally outside driving around, so I need a little bit more data. So my plan has 20 GB data. But my girlfriend who's working from home has only 10 GB data. I pay $45 a month, she pays $30 a month. So I would again recommend you shop around, look for the best offer, and look for what fits your needs. In terms of buying a phone, my advice to you would be is to don't buy a phone when you come to Canada. Wait, just get a normal plan, use your existing phone, and normally around Black Friday and Boxing Day, which is December 26 in Canada, we have amazing discounts on getting phone plans and getting a device bundled on it. So that way you can get an iPhone 13 Pro or a 14 Pro or a 15 Pro Max, whatever. And that is all. So now you know how to save money on your rent, your groceries, your insurance, and your phone. But now let's look at some of the more important tips that will not just help you save money, but to get rich as fast as possible and as safely as possible. The number one advice I would give to anybody is please try to save some money for emergency. Your first step to building your net worth in Canada must include saving up for an emergency deposit. This is the money you need to keep aside for a rainy day. This is the money you need to keep for unexpected expenses. If you have a medical bill, you have a children's education, or you lose your job and you need to survive for the next 6 months. Now, this money is sacred. We don't touch it. It's lying in a high interest savings account. And in case you are a person who's going to be solo, you're just a student coming alone, even an amount of $7,000 to $10,000 should be sufficient. A very interesting question I got last time I told about this to somebody was, should I keep this money in cash in my home or should I put it in a savings account? And the answer to that is really simple. Keep your money in a high interest savings account and definitely try to have an account which is insured by CDIC. I have personally tried a lot of different savings accounts in Canada, and the one that I like the most and I currently use myself is the Neo Money account. This account actually gives me 1.45% interest, which is higher than the competition, as most banks in Canada pay around 0.5 or 0.25% only. Also, my money is insured up to $100,000, which is covered by CDIC. So once you have your emergency fund built up, you can start looking at the second most important thing. Most newcomers, especially students, when they come to Canada, they would normally open up a bank account and they would give you a credit card with like a $1,000 limit. The problem with this $1,000 credit card is you cannot use the $1,000. If you do it, it will completely destroy your credit score. Your credit score in Canada is super important, as this will be required to get a mortgage, to get a car loan, or anywhere else where you need to borrow money. And there are essentially 3 rules that you can follow, and they will more or less help you have a very good credit score. Never miss a payment. Always pay your credit card balances on time. Number 2, do not use your credit card more than 25% of the limit. So if you have a $1,000 credit card, you can only use up to $250 on that. And if you have something like the Neo Cashback credit card, which I have, it gives you a $8,000 limit, so you can spend up to $1,500, even $2,000, and that will still keep you within that 25% limit. You can sign up for the Neo Cashback credit card, which gives you a very high limit right from the start, and it also gives you cash back on buying groceries, buying fuel, and all other purchases. So if you want to get this card, you can use the link in the description, and that will also give you a $50 sign-up bonus. Let's talk about the third and most important step, which is investing. Before we go ahead, I have a request to make. It normally takes me anywhere between 4 to 8 hours to make a video like this. I would really urge you to please go and give this video a like. That makes the YouTube algorithm thinks this video is helpful, and it will show this video to a lot more people like you, and that will help my channel grow. Thank you very much. Investing. Okay, It sounds really complex, but it's not rocket science. I myself started investing only 5 years ago, and I already have a portfolio about $100,000. And I'm not trying to brag anything, it's really a small portfolio, but all I can say is if I can do it, you can do it. I keep my investing really simple. I buy strong, reliable companies like Apple, Microsoft, Berkshire Hathaway. I don't buy very expensive companies. And investing in these businesses actually puts your money to work using compound interest. That is the most important thing. Now, if you look at this graph, it will show you a growth of $10,000 invested in the American stock market for 30 years. Now, if you don't add a single cent once you deposit $10,000 to this account, you would actually have $228,000 by the time you retire. If you're somebody who's actually working a full-time job and you can add just $1,000 per month as a family, this would grow up to $3 million by the time you retire. So, in short, if you want to become rich, this is a short way to success, and investing can be done in two very simple ways. You can actually sign up for an investing app and buy your own stocks and ETFs, which is good for somebody who knows how to do it themselves. But if you're new to all this, there is a simpler way. You can actually use an automatic investing app, something like Neo Invest. This also invests your money in the similar stocks and ETFs, but what it does is it takes a small fee and takes away all the hassle from you. If you would like to sign up to Neo Invest, Neo Card, or the Neo Money Savings account, you can use the one link in my description. It's the same link for all three products. And depending on which products you choose, if you choose the credit card, you'll get $50 sign up bonus. If you use credit card with the Neo Invest, you will win $60 bonus. And in all transparency, I also get a small commission if you use my link. So that also helps me support this channel. And those are the steps that I have personally followed, and I have been pretty successful with my Canadian dream. At least I'm happy with it, and that's what matters. And I'm not a financial advisor, okay? These are the tips that are my opinions and what I would personally follow if I came to Canada for the first time today. I would definitely encourage you to consult a financial advisor before making any financial decisions, or in case you feel lost or you need individual help. If you have enjoyed this video so far, please subscribe. I have a whole lot of amazing content on money and investing in Canada, which I think you will find helpful. Please check out my TikTok. I post a whole lot of fun content there. I've been building a good following there and it's going really well. But until next time, stay safe, stay happy, and invest wisely.